Hey guys, it's Lux by Dolly. I'm back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about my friend, the OnTheGo MM, and I'm going to tell you all about my experience buying this bag in Paris. I can't wait to get started, but don't forget to like and subscribe. So I'm really excited to share my new bag with you guys. It's actually not super new anymore. I got it over in the fall, just a couple of months ago when I was in Paris. I was at the Louis Vuitton Maison Vendôme store, which I'm definitely saying wrong, but that store is definitely one of the best Louis Vuitton stores in Paris. I definitely recommend going there. You do have to make a shopping appointment, especially during peak seasons, at least a couple of days in advance, if not like a week in advance. If you're looking at Chanel or something like that, definitely a week in advance or more. But that way, if you make an appointment, you don't have to wait in line. There are almost always lines outside of the major luxury brand stores. And a fun fact about that store, which is located in the Place Vendôme, which is a plaza of just a bunch of really nice luxury stores. And I'm pretty sure I heard from one of the sales associates that that plaza was built by King Louis the 13th, the one that built Versailles. He also had this plaza built because he wanted a nice place to come shop at when he came to Paris. And it was originally mostly jewelry stores, and that's why that's the Louis Vuitton high jewelry location, and you'll get to kind of explore that area if you go to that store. So like I said, the price of this bag is really what made me go ahead and buy it, even though it was not planned, and I'm usually so planned with my luxury purchases. So I was in the store looking for those other bags that were sold out. Also, my boyfriend was looking for like shoes and like accessories, and I was just kind of helping him shop. But the sales associates were like, hey, why don't you look for something for you while you're here? I don't know, maybe just like the best sales charm ever. And I saw this one, and of course I know this bag. And then when I saw the price, it was listed at, I believe, 2,300 euros. It might have been 2,350. That's the price that it's at right now. But I was like, wait a second. In the US, this bag is like over $3,000. So I just double checked to make sure, and it in fact is, and still is today, 3,100 in the US. So with the exchange rate just being really good right now, it was pretty much 1-to-1 euros for dollars. So that was like a $2,300 bag that would normally be 3,100 in the US. Plus you get the tax refund on top of that, which is about like 11% or something like that. So I was like, okay, I have to get it. Like, I could use another work bag. I was before looking at other totes that are more structured like this bag. For example, the Chloe Woody bag, and also like the Dior book tote. So those were kind of already on my mind. And I just wanted to share with you guys some shopping tips for if you do plan to go to Paris or Europe in general. You will notice that a lot of European bag brands are cheaper to buy in Europe than in the US or abroad. Before you go, definitely research what brands you're interested, check what the price is in Europe or the country you're going to versus what it is in the US. You can just change the site and the browser of where you're looking to purchase or to ship from. Shop around and see where you get the most bang for your buck. From what I've seen, Louis Vuitton is one of the places that has the biggest price differences between what's sold, what is listed for in the US versus in Europe. So definitely check that out. In terms of the design of this bag, it's very structured, very sturdy. I've used it, I would say, at least maybe 10 times now, which is definitely not every day, but it looks brand new. If you guys saw my Nia Noe bag video, similar thing. It's just the canvas really holds up like nothing else. You also have a really cool pattern situation. It's not just the standard monogram, which you do have a little bit on this side of the standard size, standard colors, but you also have on, I guess, what is the front, you have the bigger version of the monogram with the like opposite, smaller, new beige kind of pattern on this handle. Even these like little tabs are like alternating colors. So this is like the light beige color to match the handle. Whereas on the other side, you have the light beige and the big print small brown traditional monogram here, as well as on these, and then the light version of the standard monogram on the other side. So it's just really cool how it's like a pattern play. I really do think this is one of the more like underrated slept on bags. It was definitely pretty popular when it came out a couple years ago in the bigger size, but this size is so cool. This is the MM size. It's just perfect. It's not overwhelming, and I feel like not too many people honestly have it. Another cool feature of this bag is the alternate straps. So it has these short handles on the outside that are really good for crook of the arm or hand carry, like so, which is great. And I feel like that's so much more of the trend these days. But you do have the standard shoulder length straps to just pop the bag over your shoulder. And honestly, I find myself using these more than the little handles, which is a little unfortunate because they're just kind of a plain black leather. They almost look like, you know, they don't really match the design, all of that. So I wish I didn't use these as much as I do, but I think it's because I usually put like my laptop and other heavy things in this bag. But that said, that doesn't mean I don't like the bag. I really like that it has two different handle options, whereas usually you'll get like these handles and like a crossbody strap, or just like the shoulder length handles. So I like that it has those options for you. For the inside of the bag, you have this red, beautiful red canvas. It's really nice. It looks really pretty. As you can see, mine has like a couple of scuffs, but honestly nothing too major. And I have been very not careful with this bag. I've just thrown things in and taken them out, and I'm sure if I cleaned it up a little bit, like any of the marks would probably be gone. You have gold hardware. The closure is just this little clip. So if you're worried about like security, this is not going to be the most secure bag. It is still, you can see with the clip closed, it's still relatively open, but that hasn't really bothered me. It's usually just my laptop. Anything small is usually down at the bottom. And then on the other side here, you have a zip pocket with gold hardware. Of course, your little logo plaque there. And then two little slit pockets that are fairly tight. So you can't fit, I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max. You can't fit a phone in these. If you had a smaller phone, maybe you could. It clearly doesn't have too many interior pockets, but I don't really find myself missing those. The bottom also does not have feet, but as you can see, the bottom of mine looks totally brand new, as if I've never put it on anything, and I definitely have. You can put pretty much whatever you want in here and it's not going to fall down, which is really the thing I love most about this style of bag. What fits inside this bag? It fits a lot. It's not huge, obviously. Again, this is the MM size, but I just think it's the perfect size for the day-to-day workday. I'll show you. First, I'll put in, this is a 13-inch MacBook Air, and I usually slip it in on the front side of the bag. Wallet can just go in there. You can definitely get probably like a bag organizer. I think that's just one potential downside to this bag if you don't like your things kind of jumbled, but again, I think that happens with any tote bag. So keys and phone in there. I have sunglasses, regular seeing glasses because I need those sometimes, lip balm in the slip pocket. Also for traveling, I have Dramamine, so that's like a must for me. And then another chapstick and a hand sanitizer. Hand cream, this is what I've been using lately. It's from Skin Fix. Again, just in there. An umbrella, just to show you guys. You can see. Again, things are kind of just in there, but we still have a lot of room. And with the small things kind of tucked away, it's really not so bad, and you can just kind of fish out what you need. I also have this scarf just to show you guys how you would fill that extra space. So just kind of lay it in there. And there you have it. This would be, you know, pretty much at capacity. You could definitely slip some smaller stuff in the zip pocket. Right, and now I'll show you how this bag looks on. So is this bag worth it? I would say at the amount that I paid for it, which is around $2,300, it is definitely worth it. That's, you know, right around the average price of any Louis Vuitton bag. It's the only work bag I use now. It's pretty much become my go-to. The quality, the longevity, the timeless style. Now, if you were to buy it in the US, I think that's a little bit of a different story. So again, in the US, it's $3,100. So that is definitely a big difference. I think for $3,100, you can get like a Dior book tote perhaps, or a Celine luggage bag. There are definitely a lot more options at that price point that are still really good tote bags. So I think you would just have to really like this bag. But for something like a Celine luggage tote, or, you know, any nice leather bag, you are getting the leather. So at $3,100, I would just say, you know, think about your priorities. Think about if you want a leather bag, or if you know, just really like the look of this bag, the utility of this bag. I think it can still be worth it for you. But if you're in Paris, I would say definitely worth it. Thank you guys. I hope you liked this video. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to Luxe by Dolly. Can't wait to see you guys again, and please leave me comments if you have any questions, and I'd love to hear what you think of this bag. Bye.